Here's your God Call with Reverend Bill.
There is a bright light of God's love, shining in a way that is unique and wonderful and very, very special. And I don't want to spoil the surprise, but that bright light of God's love is you. That's right, you are a gift. And I am so grateful for the way that you shine your light and share your gift and bring that love that is unique to you into the world. What a blessing you are to everyone you touch. Be that bright light of love that you are.
Let's all come together and sing this song when we are united and standing strong. There is nowhere than the heart we share with one another, with love we bear. We are one people, breathing one air, one human family that we all share. We are one spirit and we come from one mind, one heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life. One heart beating. See our brothers and sisters in everyone. No one's outside the circle, no us and them. Embrace our differences, see what we can learn from one another, with love we affirm. We are one people, breathing one air, one human family that we all share. We are one spirit and we come from one mind, one heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life. One heart beating. We are one people, breathing one air. One human family that we all share. We are one spirit and we come from one mind. One heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life. One heart beating, one life.
Whew. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Jamie Lula. Ah, my goodness. What a wonderful Sunday we have in store for us now. Good morning, New Thought Philadelphia. Here we are on Zoom once again, and the good news about being on Zoom is that we get to have, well, first of all, we get to have music coming in. Jamie lives in Los Angeles, but he's in Detroit, and it doesn't matter because he's on Zoom with us today. And we also have members joining us from all around the country today, which is awesome, and people zooming in from all around today. So we're in that good news, bad news, the lessons that we learned from the pandemic. We're doing hybrid celebrations every once in a while, so we get to be in person, but we're always going to be here online so that we can connect with the folks who can't come into the room together with us. You know the rules on Zoom. Keep your microphone muted except when you're sharing or when we're going to be making a joyous noise together, like right now. Go ahead and unmute your microphone. Repeat after me. I open myself to love.
I open myself to love.
I open myself to joy.
I open myself to
joy.
I let the light of love shine as me.
I let the light of love shine as me.
And I know good is right here, right now.
And I know good is right here, right now.
And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Okay, exercise your thumb on that mute button one more time as I remind you that New Thought Philadelphia is an open and loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. Whatever path you've been on, whatever brought you to our Zoom today, wherever you're heading next, we have been expecting you, and welcome home. Very little that we all have to agree on, and we don't even have to agree. We just kind of find that the one thing that we have in common is that we believe that there is one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything, including each of us, and that we're each using that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs. As we like to say, your new life begins with a new thought. If you have an electronic device which may cause you distraction sometime in the next hour, go ahead and push whatever the controls are on that will make it be quiet, or perhaps put it in the next room if you're one of those people who doesn't want to worry about which button to use. I remind you that I am Bill Marchiony. I'm the spiritual director here at New Thought Philadelphia. Our music today is the awesome and amazing and wonderful Jamie Lula. As I mentioned, he is zooming in from Detroit. The decoration behind him is not a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It is a minimalist Christmas tree. So just the Bauhaus school of design is what he's going for. Perhaps Sarah will show her Christmas tree in the background sometime along the way, which is not a minimalist Christmas tree. It is the festive riot of color that is Sarah's Christmas tree. Practitioners for the celebration today are Breen Rourke, our SCP, and Courtney Gale, who is our practitioner on duty, and he is going to open us up with a prayer, the way we open everything.
All right, let us take a deep breath and settle in. There is one God, one presence, one power, and that power is love. We are one with God's love. That love expresses as us, for us, and through us. Today we celebrate membership in God's love, community, and life. I am so grateful for that love, that life, and this community, and this opportunity to celebrate together. I release my word, I release my prayer to the creative medium that always says yes. And I thank you, and I let it go, I let it be, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you. And of course, the reason that we do prayer is because it works. So I know some of you have some prayers that have been answered along the way. Annie is going to start because she raised her hand an hour ago. Anybody else wants to, you can raise your hand by waving or click the reaction button to raise your hand and you'll get into the queue. Annie.
Good morning, everybody. So my mom was in the hospital and had a pretty serious surgery. I mean, I guess any surgery is serious, but it was pretty in depth. And she came home yesterday. While we were waiting for her to arrive, I was with my dad sitting there. I said, are you excited for mom to come home? And he said, yeah. So my dad has aphasia, so it's funny because he, often says the wrong thing, but it was a resounding yes from him and from all of us. And she's doing really well, and we're all really happy. And then another prayer that was, I had to call in reinforcements on this one. There was some turmoil in my life and stress and worry over a situation that I wanted to be love unfolding and harmony and abundance and joy. And I really couldn't see that happening. So Bill did a prayer with me Friday morning, and by Friday night, everything was more than 10% better. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Annie. I love those stories. I love it. And I don't get to take any credit whatsoever. So it's just about being in the process there and knowing the truth. Sarah.
I had fun Friday night plans scheduled for like the last 2 weeks. It was going to be the perfect joining of my inner child and my adulthood. They were going to play Disney hits at a nightclub, and it was like exactly something that I wanted to do, and I was really looking forward to it. And my partner in crime that I was going to go with, named Martine, she texted Thursday of this past week, her car wouldn't start when she was picking up her Christmas tree. And then Friday morning, her car wouldn't start when she was on her way to work. And this is a car that we prayed her into really cool things in the past. So then Friday morning, she's like, Sarah, my car won't start again. And I'm like, it's not a big deal. we don't have to go to the Disney thing tonight. We can recreate it. I'll come to you in the suburbs and we'll just like have a good night. And another fun piece of the puzzle is she has a roommate that we have been ships passing in the night. So for like the last year, I've never met her actual roommate. So then we did a quick prayer that she would get to work okay, that the car itself, whatever problem was present in the car, I'm not a car person, that there would be a perfect harmony and highest and best would come out. And whatever our night ended up looking like, it was where we were supposed to be. So then around 2:00, maybe like 3 hours after we did the prayer, she's like, all good on the car front. The person who sold the car feels so bad that the battery died that they're coming to pick it up. They're going to replace the battery and they're going to bring it back to me. So I'll have my car for the weekend. And I was like, great. So maybe we'll go to the event tonight and maybe we won't. So then around 5:00 when I was done work, I texted her and I was like, hey, so what's the plan? And she was like, my car is fine and I'm so grateful, but why don't you just come over anyway? So then, I got there and I went out to the suburbs to meet her and we're in the city. So one of the first things was like, what do you want to eat? And I said, where do you guys normally get food from? And she said, Red Robin, which you don't get here in Philly in the city. So the excitement of being able to recreate a joyous event, the excitement of a prayer answered in the form of the car and the mechanic who sold it to her and wanting to cover everything. And then a joyous time watching Mulan and Hercules in the comfort of her beautifully decorated space with her wonderful roommate who, upon the end of it, when I left the next morning, Jeff said, Sarah's really cool. I'd even hang out with her if you weren't around. So it was like a beautiful seal of approval. Everything worked out really well. And then because her space is so filled with holiday cheer, that was the inspiration for Ty and I to get our Christmas tree up, which is why we have our Christmas tree up today. So it was just like upward spiral of more and more good, originating from something that was like a perfect line of like the inner child and like how to express that inner child as an adult. And then it just worked out really well. So I'm very grateful. Prayer does work.
Yay. I love when that happens. And the plan that you had wasn't the plan that you executed, but it was still wound up being as good as you could have imagined, probably better.
10% more.
That's
10%
right,
better.
Right, because your feet weren't sticking to the floor of the nightclub, which is, there's a little blessing in that as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, I have a quick prayer work story in progress. There's a member of our community whose father is in the process of transitioning. He's in hospice at this point. And the amazing thing that's happened is there's been lots of tension and struggle in the family, and that's all being put aside now so that they are able to come together and be a family and be appreciative of the time that they have with each other and with Dad. And just bearing witness to those sorts of things is amazing, because there's the possibility for love to be present in any circumstance. It doesn't have to be the way that you defined it ahead of time. So you're batting cleanup.
Oh, hello. Well, thank you for being there, and thank you for all the marvelous prayers that go on throughout the week. And certainly I feel the energy, the love, and the shifting in my own life. Well, I have a 55-year-old son who I gave up for adoption because I was institutionalized when I was 16, and he became a ward of the state. So when you are born from a parent in the institution, your child becomes property of the state. And New Jersey law is that they would never give you any information on your child. So after 55 years, my niece spoke to me and said, I talked to a friend about you and your son. And this is her specialties, connecting adopted parents with their children. So that is in the mix for me. And even though New Jersey said that, no, they would never grandfather that law in, I know that man is not the law. God is. And so I'm really in a happy, joyous space with that. And I can literally feel my body is just 110%. So relaxed.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So,
Thank you, Oz. That's wonderful.
yeah. So to be continued.
To be continued. We'll see how it goes. Good news, bad news, who can tell? We'll see what happens next.
Yes.
Andy's got some announcements for us now.
I get so lost in the prayers that I forget about the announcements. Good morning. This enlightening information is on our website at newthoughtphilly.org and in our weekly e-newsletter. Please sign up on the website so we can keep in touch. Twice a day, we have a metaphysical meditation on Zoom. Everyone is welcome. They're inspiring and fun and quick. Less than 15 minutes, start to finish. Our winter solstice celebration on the evening of Wednesday, December 21st will be hybrid with live in-person music by Ginger Coyle. This series of spiritual adventure workshops concludes on Thursday with tarot cards and practical prayer. We'll be at Exhale in Narberth and hybrid on Zoom. Sign up today. The Practical Prayer for Real Results online class is now available. It features 18 modules in 5 lessons, including the treatment chant and a live musical experience with Amy Steinberg. Enroll now or get a gift coupon at bethelight.com and save 50%. Episode 78 of Reverend Bill's Practical Prayer podcast is Allowing. Get it where you get your podcasts. You can join the live recording session on Monday at 1 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook Live. Follow our social media on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and now TikTok, and join the 1,238 spiritual adventurers in our group on meetup.com. The Power of 8 Intention Circle meets on Zoom every Monday at 6:30 p.m. The Women's Circle meets on Zoom on the first Monday and third Thursday every month at 7 p.m. So we'll be having our Women's Circle tomorrow night, and you can contact me for information. We're grateful for your tax-deductible donations by credit or debit card, PayPal, check, Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle. Please include New Thought Philly in your year-end giving. Thank you to the team that makes our celebration work and has fun doing it. To join the joy, you can contact me. I'll put my information in the chat. Next Sunday is online with Capturing the Spirit of You. Guest speaker is Dr. Michelle Whittington. And she invites us to look past the hurriedness and activity of the holiday season to pause and capture some special moments. Live original music by Deb Chamberlain. Reverend Bill and the practitioners are available for professional sessions by appointment. After the celebration, Courtney will be available for a quick miracle in a minute prayer. And we'll leave the Zoom room open to talk amongst ourselves after the celebration.
Thank you, Sandy. Whew, a lot of stuff going on here. And we will be running some classes the first of the year. So I just want to put on your radar screen that one of them is a brand new class that we're putting together on intuition. It's about cultivating your own intuition. And that'll be a 6-week class featuring this lovely little book, The Magic Path of Intuition by Florence Scovel Shinn, who is one of the way showers from New Thought, maybe 80 or 100 years ago. More details coming on that. We're also going to be running Beyond Limits again for folks who want to get in and get started on the foundational pieces of what we have going on. When we get together in person, we have a lovely gift. It is a flashlight, a bright light of love, and a pen so that you can set the intention and write the next chapter of your life. We give those to people who come back for a second visit. We don't have those to give away in person or when we're virtual. So keep that in mind. We also have a blessing for second-time visitors and for our first-time visitors. So if there's anybody who is here for the first time, you can raise your hand either digitally or wave it in the screen. I'm recognizing most of the names that I'm seeing here, although there might be some folks on the YouTube. So everybody who is here, rub your hands together. Feel some warmth. Feel that love. Bring that up. And send it out to everybody in the group and everybody who's new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are a bright light of God's love. Thank you so much for shining that light and sharing your love with us today. And welcome home. So as Jamie does the next song, we're going to go into gallery mode, or if you're on a phone, you can look at it. I think you see 4 at a time, and scroll through, just make eye contact with the other people who we're in community with. Jamie?
In the name of love, with a heart of grace, overflow in us, decorate this place. As it is below, so it is above. May we always stand in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love, when the day is done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love, in the name of love, may we always be seeking out the best till we all are free, living in a world we've been dreaming of, where we stand as one in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love, when the day is done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love, sing it with me. In the name of love, in the name of love, in the name of love, in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love, when the day is done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love, when the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love, when the day is done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love, come on y'all. In the name of love, in the name of love, let me hear you sing. In the name of love, in the name of love, in the name of love, in the name of love.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jamie. And this morning, Carla Ann is going to lead us in the flames of faith.
Good morning, everyone. Happy birthday weekend, Sandy. We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the belief and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. As we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love. And so it is.
Blessed be. And sometimes when we, our musicians will call an audible and change the sequence that we're going to do the songs or choose a different song. And that's always perfectly okay as far as we're concerned. This morning, I'm calling an audible. We're going to do the reading and then we're going to do the new member welcome. And then the song will be after that. So I'm the kind of guy, I can't just do that. There's too much coordination. The reading today, however, is comes to us from Deepak Chopra's 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And Karen Judd is reading.
Most of us, as a result of conditioning, have repetitive and predictable responses to the stimuli in our environment. Our reactions seem to be automatically triggered by people and circumstances, and we forget that these are still choices that we are making in every moment of our existence. We are simply making these choices unconsciously. If you step back for a moment and witness the choices you are making as you make those choices, then in just this act of witnessing, you are taking the whole process from unconscious to the conscious realm. This procedure of conscious choice making and witnessing is very empowering. When you make any choice at all, you can ask yourself 2 things. First of all, what are the consequences of this choice that I'm making? And in your heart, you will immediately know what these are. Secondly, will this choice that I'm making now bring happiness to me and to those around me? And if the answer is yes, then go ahead with that choice. And if the answer is no, if that choice brings distress to either you or to those around you, then don't make that choice. It's as simple as that. There is only one choice out of the infinity of choices available in every second that will create happiness for you as well as for those around you. And when you make that one choice, it will result in a form of behavior that is called spontaneous right action. Spontaneous right action is that right action at the right moment. It's that right response to every situation as it happens. It's the action that nourishes you and everyone else who is influenced by that right action. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Karen. We have 5 bright lights of love who are joining their energy to our community this morning. And Breen Rourke, RSCP and president of our board of trustees, is going to help with the ceremony to welcome them in.
Thank you, Bill. This is the fun part. New family. Yay. Please zoom forward as your name is called and light a candle to signify that you're bringing your light and sharing your unique gifts with our community. Hannah Sandler. Courtney Gale. Scopy Mosley. There we go. Leslie Jaggers. Michelle Halligan. Fantastic. Thank you.
Becoming a member of this community is an important step, but as only one step on a path, we invite you as new members to grow in your faith, to learn about and deepen into this new thought philosophy, this affirmative way of life. Just as important, we invite you to find and share your special gifts with us. Ours is a shared ministry, one of service and love. Each of us has a crucial role to play. You and your energy, your ideas, your love, your friendship, make us who we are together. As you give, so you receive.
Please acknowledge by saying yes for our new members, that is.
And you guys can go ahead and unmute.
Unmute, yes, sorry. Please unmute the new members. This is for the new members. We'll have a community pledge in just a second. Do you choose to share your energy and intention with this community?
Yes.
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 Do you agree to participate in a meaningful way on a regular basis?
Yes.
Yes.
Will you study and practice the principles of New Thought and practical prayer?
Yes.
You promise to love yourself and respect yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Will you always recognize the good in yourself and others?
Yes.
Yes.
Congregation one is yours too.
Sorry. All right, this is for the congregation, so you guys can unmute. We are a community of fellow travelers on a spiritual path. To our congregation, we ask that you welcome these individuals as lifelong friends we've just met, to support them as they deepen into the truth of their being, to greet them as bright lights of love. Please signify your agreement by saying yes.
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 Welcome to New Thought Philadelphia.
Woohoo! Welcome.
Yay. Now you all can mute one more time. And I'm saying this to the new members. Each of you brings light, vitality, and renewal to our community. Each of our lights is a common source. Together we form a beacon of hope for each other and the world. May your light shine brightly among us for many years. So one at a time, please zoom forward and share with the community the special gift that you bring today, and accept our welcoming, warm virtual embrace. Hannah.
I'm being honest to experiences and to holding space for the experience of others, and I'm bringing joy.
Beautiful. And just so everybody knows, Hannah has also accepted a position as a trustee on our board of trustees, and she's zooming in to join New Thought Philadelphia from work, where she is on a Sunday. So bless you. Courtney Gale, who is also joining our practitioner corps.
Yes. Love, enthusiasm, and support.
Amen. Scobie Mosley.
The gift I would like to offer is the gift of patience and community organizing.
Yes. Yes. Leslie.
Hi. The gift I would like to offer is a listening ear for just anytime you want to chit chat about anything, and just curiosity. Really interested in those big questions and kind of diving into them together. Thanks.
Beautiful. Thank you. And Michelle.
My gift that I bring is love and support, and for anybody, and in a non-judgmental way.
Beautiful. Thank you. And to all of you, thank you for sharing your light and letting it shine with our community. We are all blessed and uplifted and brightened by it. Jamie, one more song? Well, not one more song, just another song.
Oh, welcome all the new congregants. What a blessing to be part of that ritual. I don't know that you are aware the difference that it makes not only in the community but to your life. I hope that you've come to the community as this song suggests. Naked, I'm naked. You can't see me. Naked, Lord, I'm naked. You can't see me. 'Cause I've been hiding behind my garbage. Hiding behind my garbage. Naked, Lord, I'm naked. You can't see me. Frozen, I've been frozen. What I've been. Oh, frozen. I've been frozen in my history, but I've been thawing in your love light, thawing in your love light. Frozen, I've been frozen in my history. Oh, dying, I've been dying to what I've been. Yeah, dying, I've been dying to what I've been. But I've been rising like Jesus showed me. Rising like Jesus showed me. Dying, I've been dying to what I've been. Oh, use me. Oh, won't you use me right where I am right now, right here, Lord. Use me, oh, use me. Naked, Lord, I'm naked. Can you use me? Naked, Lord, I'm naked. Will you use me? 'Cause I've been hiding and I've been frozen, dying, but I've been rising. Oh, naked, Lord, I'm naked. Will you use me? Yeah, naked, Lord, I'm naked. Will you use me? Oh, naked, Lord, I'm standing naked before thee. Oh, naked, Lord, I'm naked. Use me.
Wow. Wow. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Jamie. So much energy that comes when we welcome new members into our community, like we did this morning, and like we're doing this morning as we are continuing to grow and evolve and expand, and just looking at the bright lights shining. It's complete inspiration. As you know, I've been doing a practical prayer podcast. It's a weekly thing. We're closing in on week 80. And the big lesson that I learned was from very early on when my co-host asked me, what's the difference between a practical prayer and a regular prayer? And I realized that I didn't really know enough about regular prayer. And it turns out that in a regular prayer, you ask God for something, and God says yes or no. And if the answer is no, then it's because God didn't want you to have it. And the way that we teach practical prayer is that God always says yes. That infinite creative power that creates everything always says yes. It is done unto us as we believe. So if we say that we want a new car, but we don't believe that we deserve a new car, then we are going to get not a new car because we don't believe that we deserve a new car. And that brings up the whole notion of blame and blaming God for what we don't have. And it really makes life much simpler, much easier to deal with. If I'm not getting the things that I want, it's because God doesn't want me to have it. So it's completely out of my control. It's up to a capricious God to decide whether I deserve something or not. So the topic today is giving up blame. And by the way, it's not just blaming God or Jesus or some external power for the things we don't have. It's giving up blame for everything. Here's why. Here's why it's great to give up blame. So something happens and we don't like it. We consider it to be bad. And then we say, well, that's because, and maybe it's because my boss is a jerk, or maybe it's because I don't have enough money, or maybe it's because I learned something improperly when I was a kid, so my parents are to blame, or it's some trauma that I have from the past, so that's to blame. Well, that all might be true. That all could very well be true. And when we're blaming whatever it was that was the cause of the problem, we are implicitly accepting the problem and agreeing with it. So stop doing that. Just stop doing that. Because when we talk about the blame, when we talk about the problem, we keep our focus on the problem, we're going to get more problem. Remember back at the beginning, I said the answer to the prayer is always yes. If my prayer is, I am tired of being sick and tired, and I don't want to have this illness, and I don't want to have these challenges and these struggles, all I'm talking about is challenges and struggles and illness and difficulty. And that infinite creative power is saying yes to everything that I am talking about. So what I need to do, and you've heard this before, what I need to do is pivot, to turn away from the problem, and instead of blaming the problem or blaming what I perceive to be the cause of the problems, to embrace the problem, say, okay, this is the next step in my path. And in order for me to move from the path that I've been on that's brought me to this point right here and now, and move in a different direction, I'm gonna have to change something. I get to let go of the blame. I get to let go of whatever that circumstance or condition has been that led me to this level of dissatisfaction, and step out in a new direction. And when I set the intention for that newness to come into my life, for a job where my boss and my colleagues appreciate me and treat me with respect, for a situation where I have plenty of money to meet all of the expenses and save and to share and to just be in that experience of prosperity, when I turn my attention to that, and I invite that, then that creative power that says yes to everything is saying yes to what it is that I'm looking for, that I'm seeking in my life. Well, what if God doesn't want you to have it? Aren't there some things that are not okay with God, that God doesn't want you to do, God doesn't want you, ways that God considers to be bad behavior? Maybe yes, maybe no. Because you were born with a moral compass. You know what's right and what's not right. So that's kind of built in. And by the way, I've done some sketchy things in my life that if I had them to do again, I would do differently. And in some of them, I can see that almost instant karma that happened when I did something sketchy and something sketchy was done unto me, because that's the world that we live in. So that divine creative power that creates everything, that created each of us, created us with that moral compass, with that understanding of what is ethical, what is reasonable, what is just behavior for us. And when we get into alignment with that, especially when we dig into it and find out what it really means to us, then we are acting the way that we would say that the divine would want us to act. And when we get out of harmony with that, when we get into an imbalance with that, then it's an internal job. It's inside of us, and we're bringing that. We're bending the rules, and that way we are looking at the universe and the world around us as one in which those rules can be bent, and they'll wind up getting bent back on us. So, is there anything that God needs you to do? Nope. This is me with a simple answer. What God needs you to do is be you. That is your job here on planet Earth for the time that you have. You are here to be you. Is there something that you can do that will anger God, that will make God unhappy with you? Nope. Nope. You've heard the term unconditional love. Sometimes it's about parents with the unconditional love of their kids. Well, there are times when my kids have gotten me just like fed up to here, and it's really difficult to find the love. Unconditional love is one of those idealistic things of being love all the time. And that is true of God. That divine creative power that creates everything is sharing itself as its creation. That is unconditional love. It's us as that divine presence in every moment. And you've been in a relationship with somebody, I'm sure, where you know how to push their buttons. You can say something and make them angry. Well, if I can push somebody's buttons and make them angry, then who's in charge of the relationship? That would be me. And if I could do something that's going to make God angry, then who's in charge of the relationship between me and God? That would be me. Now, I'm going to suggest the use of the word arrogant. If I think that I can decide when God is going to be angry or not, that puts me in control of the relationship with God, and I just don't believe that's the way it works. I believe that we can stop blaming God, follow our moral compass, understand that the answer is going to be yes, and then get real clear about who we are, what we're bringing, what we're seeking, what we're looking for, and dump the baggage, dump the false beliefs, dump the negativity that has kept us in those limitations. Are there still going to be problems that come up? Yeah, there are going to be problems. But as soon as we take those problems as an invitation to consider something new, to invite in an experience that we would describe as better, as soon as we stop blaming the problem, we open up that new possibility. So that's a nice intention to set for today and for this week. I invite you to join me in it, to give up blame, to open to new possibilities, to do a little bit of that surrendering and letting go, and invite in something spectacular, because you deserve it. You deserve it. And so it is. Jamie, that's you.
Let the seeds be planted. Let the souls grow deep. Let the hearts be opened. Let the willow weep. Let the Lord be glory. Let the love be felt. Let the joy be witnessed. Let the armor melt. My words can weaponize or heal the hate inside. I choose light in the darkness I see. I've fallen down on faith, I rise up, I awake. I know this path was meant for me. Let the sun keep rising. Let the light shine through. Let the peace keep growing. Let my soul see you. Let the world go global. Let the boundaries fade. Let the people be moved by not what they got but gave. My words can weaponize or heal the hate inside. I choose light in the darkness I see. I've fallen down on faith, I rise up, I awake. I know this path was meant for me. Teach me to be, teach me. One with the we, to be, teach me. Oh, let the people worship. Let your Lord be chose. Let the difference whisper what the Spirit knows. Let the word be spoken. Let the love shine through. Let the peace within us dwell in me and you. My words can weaponize or heal the hate inside. I choose light in the darkness I see. I've fallen down on faith, I rise up, I awake. I know this path was meant for me. Teach me to be, teach me. One with the we, to be, teach me. Teach me to be, teach me. One with the we, to be, teach me. To be, teach me. To be, teach me.
Oh, thank you, Jamie. Ah, that was beautiful, beautiful. So much in there. Thank you. Thank you, Bill, for that message. And I've got the privilege now to lead us in a bit of meditation. So I'm going to try to incorporate so much good stuff. Bill opened the talk by saying, that sometimes things do happen to us. And yes, it's true. Other people do things that impact us. And this is not to minimize that or diminish that in any way that things happen in our lives that sometimes are they're messed up. But it's our responsibility and our choice how we want to react to that and how we want to carry that forward. And one of the lines in that song really just grabbed me is "Let the armor melt," because sometimes we carry that that reaction and that blame and the anger as an armor to protect us. And it's not till we allow that to melt away that we can be open to something new. So I'm going to try to use that in the meditation. So I just invite you to get settled wherever you are. If you can, sit up straight with your self-support in your chair, maybe your feet flat on the floor, hands in your lap, palms up. Close your eyes or allow them to go to a soft focus. And just be here right now. Just be in this moment. Take a nice, deep, cleansing breath, breathing in fully. And exhale. And feel yourself relax. Feel the tension wash away. Do a quick body scan. See if you're holding any tension anywhere, your shoulders, chest, your neck. And just relax. I'm going to take another nice deep breath. And on the exhale, I invite you to sigh audibly as you release that breath. Breathing in deeply and fully. Hold. And exhale. And just feel that vibration. Feel that relaxation. Let's go within. Focus your attention on your heart center. Feel the warmth there. Feel the comfort there. That is that pure space within you. It can never be disturbed. It can never be harmed. It holds no blame. It holds no anger or resentment. It's just pure. It's that divine spark of you. Allow yourself to settle in, to feel that around you. Allow that armor that you've chosen to use to protect yourself from hurt. Allow that to melt away. Because the truth is, you cannot be hurt. Your spirit is pure and divine. You are one with the infinite, whole and complete. Magnificent. As we go into the silence, allow that space to open even wider. Allow that pure divinity to flow out throughout your entire life. Allow that to be your armor.
that one divine power and presence, that one creative force, the creator that creates everything, that has created each of us, is always responding to our conscious intention. So as we turn away from whatever problems might have caught our attention and open to the newness, to the experience that we would prefer instead, that infinite creative power is creating it for us, through us. It's creating it as us and with us. We are fully voiced, full-throated participants in this creative process, able to state those intentions and know without any question whatsoever that that infinite creative power is saying yes. There's no possibility for failure. There is no need for blame. There is simply the opportunity for good to unfold, and that's what I'm inviting. Right here and right now and continuously on behalf of each one present. Love is at hand right here and now, and I am so, so grateful for it. It's different for each of us. The same process for all of us. As we open to our good fills us more richly and more fully and more sweetly and more joyously in every moment. And I'm grateful for the good that's unfolding. I'm grateful for the awareness, for the insights, for the ahas, for the realizations of whatever it is that's been a problem that we've been focused on that we're able to put away. So with gratitude for this good, I speak this word and I release it into that creative law that always says yes. And I know that it is once again already saying yes. It's what it does. It says yes. And so I let it be. And I know it's so. And so it is. So it is. Another deep breath. Bring your awareness back into the room as Jamie does another song.
In my eyes, in my mind, in my heart and soul, in my life, I have been searching for something, but you were my dream. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love, you're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. When I breathe, when I swallow, caress I feel. When I listen, I hear the most beautiful music out of nowhere. Oh, you're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love, you're perfect, you're golden, you're my light, my love. When I'm sad and dark, shallow and in doubt, when I'm trying my best to put one foot in front of the other, oh, you're perfect, you're golden, you're the light of my life, you're my love from forever, in your reflection I'm perfect, so I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection, and you as me. Oh, You're holding me. You set me free. Your guiding light. Your empathy. Your confidence to express in and as me. You're perfect. You're golden. You're the light of my life. You're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect. So I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing that I'm perfect. I'm golden. You're the light of my life. You're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect. So I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection. In you as me. Whoa, whoa. Lie-di-di-di-di-di. Lie-di-di-di-di. Lie-di-di-di-di-di. And all the angels sang, lie-di-di-di-di-di, lie-di-di-di-di, lie-di-di-di-di-di. You're perfect, golden light, my love. You're perfect, golden light, my love. Sing it with me if you can. You're perfect, golden light, my love. You're perfect, golden light, my love.
Perfect. Thank you, Jamie Lula. So this is the part in our program where we get to give voice to whatever's come up for us. So if there's something that has risen up in your consciousness and you'd like to bring it out loud, go ahead and raise your hand either in the screen or digitally. There we go. Annie and then Carla.
Breen, well, everybody, thank you so much. But Breen, when you mentioned letting the armor melt, growing up Catholic, I always really loved the Archangel Michael. And like the prayer about him is defending us in battle. And I don't know, it's just like really majestic when I see a statue of him. And I always wanted a tattoo of him. And it's not a coincidence that I also have that intuitive nature to be a fighter. So now with New Thought, it's a choice. I get to choose to keep fighting, or I can choose to let that armor melt away and put down the sword and pick up tools of kindness and compassion and just acceptance and, turning away from blame. And anytime something bad would happen to me, I would just retell that story over and over and over again. And I don't remember who said it. I think it was a guest speaker, but she was saying, stop telling that story. Tell a new story. Because you're what you're focusing on, that's where the light is, and that's what it's shining on. Do I want to shine my light on something bad or something good? So I come here to remember that I have a choice, and that isn't my nature. So when I practice it, the more I practice it, the better I get at it. So I appreciate everybody being on this journey with me and this support. Thanks.
Beautiful. Thank you, Annie. Carla.
Hi, I have so much. Somebody might have to give me a little signal. So first, welcome to the new folks. My gosh, I got teary. It's not so long since I was a new member. I'm trying to remember when it was, but it was like August or September a couple of years ago. And so welcome. I look forward to getting to know you better and sharing all of this with you. And such a beautiful service. Jamie, amazing music. Everything's just beautiful. Green, Rev, yay. And I haven't cried in a service in a while, and I thought I'd grown past it. Well, there you go. Today I was all teary. And I also haven't taken notes in a service in a while. Like when I first started coming, I'd actually in live, I'd read them on the back of the program. And today I took notes, and the melting of the armor and just so much. And then I put an intention out a couple weeks ago. I need to find a new job, and I'd like to find one before the end of the year. That's the intention. But I haven't had time to really apply for anything. But I had an interview. People sought me out online. It didn't work out because the thing didn't get approval. But it was a really good experience, and I did nothing and I've been praying for effortlessness, right? And then a partner of mine through my current job asked me if I'd be open to doing some contract work in the new year, and yeah, and I'm gonna have a new job by the end of the year. I just have to let go and let God and the God in me and blah, you know what I'm trying to say. So you're all beautiful, and I love you, and I'm so glad that you're part of my life. And I can't believe nobody gave me a signal to stop talking. Thank you. Mwah.
If you need it, Carla, stop talking. August 2020, by the way, was when you joined. Courtney and then Michelle.
Thank you.
No, thanks so much, Rev. I remember when I first found New Thought, actually, there were things I always knew inside, and New Thought more just acknowledged what I always knew. So it didn't feel so new. It just felt new to be acknowledged and to bring those truths forward. And I think ever since I came in contact with this community, I've always felt like a member, and I've never felt like a guest. So I appreciate the acknowledgement today, but I also want to celebrate that I've always already felt connected.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Courtney. Michelle.
I just wanted to add with Annie, as far as, lessons that I've learned in life is that love always conquers hate. So always, it always does. So, I mean, we all get upset, hateful, resentful at times. I mean, I think that's just human. But love really, it really does. Like, if you keep on loving and loving, it will defeat all negativity and all hate in your life. It really will.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, if you find yourself focusing on the same problem over and over again, think of something different to focus on. It's not like you can stop focusing. You can't stop thinking about something. You just think about something different. So perhaps that's what you're going to do. Sandy Freed, you're up.
New Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gift you share helps fund our work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads the love. We are grateful for every way you share. We don't have a basket today, but there is a donate button on the website to make a donation by credit card. By credit card, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering affirmation is on the screen, and we'll say the affirmation together.
I live in an abundant universe. I am one infinite source of all good. I'm a center of conscious prosperity. I enjoy the richness of life.
Bless my gift. Share my gift.
Share my gift.
Enjoy. Know that as I give,
I do receive.
So it is. Amen.
So it is. Jamie Lula, now one more song.
Sometimes I forget where I come from. Sometimes I forget where I'm going to. Sometimes I get so confused I lose my way. Sometimes I don't know what to say. Then I remember there is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got. Sometimes I believe in what I see. Sometimes I believe what I perceive. Sometimes I get so confused I lose my way. Sometimes I know you feel the same. Come on, y'all. Then I remember there is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. There is nowhere that God is not. Play that, Kazoo. There is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got. I forgot to pray, forgot to be still and know. Forgot to forgive myself until I forgave myself. Forgot to ask for help, I forgot to say a word. Forgot to believe in me, believe in my spirit well. There is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got. Everywhere I am, I know what I've got. Spirit in the house.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you,
Jamie.
Bill.
Thank you, everybody. What a wonderful Sunday. Congratulations and welcome to our new members. Let us close with another cacophony. Go ahead and unmute your microphone. I'm going to crib a little bit from Jamie Lula. Repeat after me. I'm perfect.
I'm
Perfect.
And perfect.
I'm golden.
I'm golden.
I'm love.
I'm
I'm
love.
love.
I'm light.
I am light.
And I let it shine.
Now let it shine.
And
So
so
it
it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Woohoo.
Thank y'all. Peace and blessings.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank